Okay, so now we are going to look at what is going to be upcoming with classroom implementation. So that's the main focus of this lesson that we're going to be doing in our next class. So we've already looked at what phonological awareness is, what phonemic awareness is, and what phonics is. So when we're looking at those three components, we've been talking about how they're connected and how they're different. So you are going to be responsible for creating activities that will showcase each of the components and implementing them in the classroom environment for your classmates to figure out which one they are. So they're going to have to match that up. You're going to be showcasing those activities. They're going to have to say, oh, that one definitely shows phonics. That one definitely shows phonemic awareness. So we're going to look at some examples to help prepare you for what is coming up in class. So let's compare the three different components using the word clock. So they're all going to focus on clock, but when we're talking about phonological awareness, we're talking about hearing that clock is one word, clock rhymes with rock, and that clock starts with the k sound. With phonemic awareness, we're getting a little bit more specific. We're hearing those individual sounds, the k, l, ah. So there are four phonemes in the word clock. L, ah. That C and the K gets a little tricky. Remember, even though it's two letters, it's one phoneme because it makes that one sound of k. And then also blending those sounds together to say the word clock would be an example of phonemic awareness. And then with phonics, we're talking about seeing that written word, seeing the word clock. We're pronouncing each phoneme using the written word to blend together and say the word. So we are reading the word off of the page. So now you get a chance to practice. So you can click on that link. It'll take you to a Google form. And the Google form is going to let you pick which activity matches for each component. So we're going to talk about the responses in class. This will give me a chance to kind of see um, where you are with understanding. If you get them mixed up, it's perfectly okay. We are still going to work on it. And then we're going to talk about them in class and see why you thought each one matched with each component. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the activities. And again, you can pull up that Google form afterwards and you can figure out which one will match with which one. Feel free to go back to the previous slide. If you need to, that is also posted in My Learning. You can have that slide up while you are trying to figure them out. So activity one is count my words. So you're going to say a sentence. It can be a super silly sentence. And you're going to ask the kids to count how many words you said on their fingers. So you can give them any sentence. I would try a couple different ones with varying lengths and let them count the number of words. Activity two, fridge fun. So magnetic letters, they get a lot of use. So you're going to ask the child to arrange the letters in alphabetical order. And then you can ask them to pick out a letter. Think of a simple 3 or 4 word letter that they would know that starts with the letter that you're giving and spell it out on a refrigerator. You can also use those cooking sheets. Those are magnetic. It depends. I know some of our centers and schools have refrigerators, so they can use that in the common area. But if not, anything magnetic will work. So can the child think of more words to spell with that first letter? And then you can see if they can change one of the letters in the word to make a new word. And then activity 3 is what's the word? Play a word chain activity. So for example, you can start by saying mat, then tell them to change the to a and what's the new word. So you can continue this with beginning, middle, and ending sounds and make sure that you are giving the sound for them. So again, start by saying mat. I say, okay, well, can you change the to a, so you notice I said the sounds, and then ask them what the new word is. So these activities are similar to the activities that you all are going to be coming up with in class for our face-to-face activity. So again, this is just to kind of help you see the connection. So you're going to fill out that Google form up there and see if you can match them up, and we will talk about it in class.